Yeah. Good girl. Okay, good morning, everybody.
What's coming on?
Good morning.
Boops.
Boops. Okay. You better come on. Come on. Well done. Okay. So this little girl wants to go to Starbucks. That was one of her requests before she starts kindergarten. What? I'll take my bag from you. Oh.
Yeah.
Do that again. Oh, is that powerful?
Yeah.
Does that give you powers?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have no power.
Okay, well let's get some Starbucks then for this almost kindergartner. All right, so we're gonna make our way over to Starbucks right here. Her request. Oh, how is it? She's got a baby chino and a chocolate muffin. Is that good? This is one of the first cappuccinos I've had in weeks because I've had such strong aversions to everything, including coffee. So I'm really enjoying this now. You ate the chocolate chips off of it, girl.
To get that one off.
Oh, I see. You want that piece here. Give me your fork. It's melting. There. There. Do you like that one? Ew. I don't think that smells nice. I know, it stinks. So we're looking at fall decorations here at Nanu Nana. I think that stinks too, Linnea. I think those are more for like decoration and more than supposed to smell good.
Mom, come here.
Purple. Mmm. What do you think? She's so funny. Okay. Okay, we're back home. It is a beautiful day outside. I'm a bit hot because I'm wearing this thick sweater. It's perhaps a bit too hot for this sweater, but I don't have any pregnancy clothes that really fit, and I figured just have to wear what I have. I have a lot of sweaters, and in the winter and stuff I wear very oversized sweaters because I love that warm, cozy feeling. So it fits the belly with some pregnancy leggings. Yeah, we're home now. Linnea's taking a snooze in the stroller. She fell asleep on the way home. We had a really nice time. I really enjoyed just spending some time with her. Just something as simple as going to Starbucks, which was cute that that's what she really wanted to do today. We both really needed that. I think on another level, I'm dealing with Linnea starting school and being out of my home and out of my care. And I remember feeling this way with Callum, where it's very bittersweet. I'm very excited for her. I'm tearing up again. Very excited for her to go into this next step, and she's ready for it. And I'm, as her mom, I know this is what's best for her. I'm also just really sad that my baby girl that she's growing up. And I know every parent thinks this, but I'm so happy. I'm so blessed that I've been blessed with the most amazing little girl who's funny and kind and sassy and smart and strong and beautiful, and her heart is so pure. She's got a heart of gold. I'm just really thankful that I've had all of this time that I've had with her, and that I had all of that time with Callum, and I hope to have all of that time with this baby. I will never I will never regret being home with my kids. Being a stay-at-home mom is a struggle because you kind of worry, like, people think you're not doing enough, or you're not smart enough, or you're not pulling your weight because you're not earning a paycheck. And this has never come from Roman, by the way. It's just, we put this guilt on ourselves. Like, are we doing enough? Because for some reason, society values money over love and care. And I have definitely felt those feelings before. Like, I feel like I should be doing more, or I should be advancing my career, or it's not, I'm not feminist enough, or I'm not strong enough or powerful enough because I've made the choice to stay home. It's been the best time of my life. It's been the hardest years of my life. These have been the hardest years of my life. And I've had to reevaluate who I am many times. And nobody, you can never really prepare yourself for motherhood in general, but when you leave work and you leave your career and you leave everything and you pick up this new life of staying home and raising your children, you do get lost. You do lose who you were, and you do have to find yourself over and over again in this new phase of life. But even though it's been frustrating or hard or emotionally taxing, which it is, I will never regret being home with my kids the way I have. And I just feel very, very thankful that I've been in a position to be able to do that, and that I've had a partner and a husband who has supported that decision. And while I know it probably would have been easier for him to have an extra income, especially in London with such a high rent, I'm incredibly thankful that he valued me being home as much as he did as well, and that together we made it work. I'm incredibly proud of who my kids are, and that's actually something else I wanted to talk about. We had a school meeting. Well, let me back up. When my mother-in-law was here, Roman and I had a school meeting with Callum's teacher. We just wanted to follow up on some things, like how he was settling into school, and how his German was coming along, and is he getting along with the other children, and just a general development kind of meeting. And she praised Callum so much, and just praised his ability to transition as well as he has, considering the life transition that he's had of moving where everything is one way. She said that his German is wonderful, that he's completely ready to start school next year, because, I don't know if I'd mentioned this, but Roman and I had discussed maybe holding him back another year and just giving him one more year to just kind of adjust to life here and adjust with the language, and just to give him more time to settle before pushing him into school. And the teacher was like, absolutely not. That would be a huge mistake to keep him back. He's bright, he's intelligent, he's ready. He's hungry for that challenge, and it would be a huge detriment to him to keep him back for any reason. There's no reason to hold him back. So that clarified a lot for us, that within a month, she's already aware that he's ready to go. So, we're looking into starting primary school here. She made a comment to us just how creative his brain is, and how he comes up with solutions. He's very clever and comes up with very creative solutions to things, that he's like the CEO of the class, and he comes up with these very creative games with these very well thought out rules for people to follow in the game. And he's very, very good at problem solving, and his brain just like ignites when he has that sort of challenge. His motor skills, both fine and gross motor skills, are very advanced. She made the comment that his work really stands out in the class. And when we've spoken to several people, and I've heard a couple of times from different people, I've heard the term in German, hochbegabt, which he does a fantastic job with difficult, hard complicated concepts because his brain likes to break them down and he likes to solve them and do them. He really loves all things and anything technical. So that's a strong thing for his brain, which we've always known, always known. Roman's father is an engineer. I mean, Roman himself is quite technical. It doesn't surprise me at all that Callum has that little switch on in his brain. What he struggles with are tasks that are easier, and he doesn't want to do them. We've had this question before in his reception last year. Is it a matter of can he do things versus does he just not want to do them? And every time the teacher has said, we were never sure if Callum could do these tasks because he wasn't doing them in the big group setting. And then when we asked him to do it on a one-on-one thing, he did it quickly and was done with it, but could not care less about it. So what his teacher said in this meeting was that it's going to be very important to work with him on finishing tasks because he loses focus and loses interest in things that he perceives as easier. But, you know, you have to finish tasks when you start school because that's how you get grades based on completed tasks. So that could be a challenge for him. And she showed us some work of his that was kind of telling. It's very interesting, very, very, very interesting when I actually looked at his work. And for example, the kids had to do all these different fine motor skills, and the difficult things he did perfectly and very pristine. The easier things, you could see he just went right through it and could care less about it. So yeah, it's very interesting. It was very interesting, very eye-opening, because I thought, well, does he struggle with focus because he can? And I mean, every person that I've talked to has said when he wants to focus on something, he can focus for hours. It's really interesting looking at his drawings and stuff when he comes home from school, because he doesn't just draw like a thing or really anything around it. He draws how it functions, if that makes sense. So like he'll draw a boat and he'll put the water, but then he'll put all these arrows and make all these different little notes and things using his little signs and symbols and his little drawings. He makes these little notes to show like how and in which direction the wheels go, or in which direction the propeller spins on the plane, or the way it flies, the direction of the wind, or like he would draw, after coming back from the US, he would draw my dad and stepmom's pool, and he would draw the currents and the waves and where the jets are in the pool. And like, it was so detailed and so, like, I've never seen a 5-year-old do things like that. And that's sort of the resonating comment that we've been getting, is that mentally challenging him is absolutely key. Keeping him stimulated mentally, keeping him motivated mentally is going to be a task for him, because when he gets bored, that's when he gets destructive, and that's when he loses focus, and that's when he, you know, starts messing around with other kids, or that's when he, yeah, that's when the issues come. This next year is going to be really interesting with him, and next year is going to be interesting as he starts school and he's held accountable for work that he has to do. Yeah, I mean, I've heard from several people in the education world that have worked with him specifically, that keeping him mentally motivated, mentally challenged is going to be what keeps him, that's what's going to help him be successful in school. You don't get any sort of manual with your kids. You learn as you go. And man, oh man, Callum has been a huge lesson. And that's, I love that little boy. I really do. He's my world. He and his sister. I love my kids. I mean, you guys know how much I do. I don't know how this one is going to be. Probably completely different from his or her siblings. I mean, you can't know these things until you have these kids, and until you really learn their personalities. And I love them. I love them exactly who they are. But I just hope that my kids have the right groundwork to be able to be successful and do well on their own. And no matter what, just know, God, just know how much we love them.